Tonight's other headlines: there's been a shooting in a church in Michigan. It's left at least 2 people dead, several others injured, and the church in flames. It happened during worship services at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan, which is about 50 miles north of Detroit. The police chief said a 40-year-old man rammed his vehicle into the front door of the church, started shooting at worshipers, and then set the church on fire.
We believe that was deliberately set by the suspect. We do believe that we will find additional victims once we have that scene secure.
Police said the 2 officers who initially responded to the scene immediately took the shooter out. His motive is still unknown. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is ending his bid for re-election. The Democrat, who was running as an independent, made the announcement in a video posted to social media. Adams' campaign had been hurt by his now-dismissed federal bribery case and by liberal anger over his warm relations with President Trump. The remaining candidates include Democratic nominee and frontrunner Zohran Mamdani, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who's running as an independent, and Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek is pushing back on President Trump's demand to send troops to Portland. Kotek, a Democrat, said she called Mr. Trump to say that Portland is not a war-ravaged city as he says it is. Kotek said sending troops to the city would only create conflict.
Oregon is our home. It is not a military target. Any deployment would be an abuse of power and a misuse of federal troops.
The White House hasn't laid out a timeline for deploying troops or said where they would be stationed. Kotek urged the public to stay calm and said violence will not be tolerated. And the Southeast is bracing for the effects of newly designated tropical storm Imelda, which is churning away in the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center says Imelda is expected to further strengthen and bring tropical storm conditions to Florida beginning tomorrow. It's then forecast to move north, and while it's not expected to make landfall, it is likely to bring heavy rainfall, flooding, and dangerous surf to the coastal Carolinas into Wednesday morning. Still to come on PBS News Weekend, public transit systems in crisis across the country, and the rise of renters in the suburbs of some of the nation's biggest cities.
This is PBS News Weekend from the David M. Rubenstein studio at WETA in Washington, home of the PBS NewsHour, weeknights on PBS.